Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Tales of Eternia. Last time we did all kinds of... We beat, Rem, we did all kinds of pre-ending story stuff. Now we're pretty much ready to go into the final dungeon. Giant blast of death. I like that crazy, like, kind of like almost stained like painted glass kind of look that's on the like the lights on there. It's really cool. Bam. Combo attack. Only it worked this time. Giselle Castle. Yep, and this here is the final dungeon. Although not to spoil you, not to hang you guys out to dry too much, but we're not doing the dungeon. We're not going to complete the dungeon right now. Yes, it's always interesting. There's kind of two separate areas to this dungeon. There's like this area where there really isn't much to it, honestly. Just kind of getting to the second part of the dungeon, and then the second part of the dungeon, which is all kinds of freaking puzzles and shit. And like 6 mini bosses. Well, they're the exact same boss, but they're different elements. Because there's one for each of the main elements, which is cool. I like it. But basically, we're just going to be here to mostly just get one item, one key item, and get the heck out of here. Because getting that one key item allows you to do everything of every other side quest in the game. So yeah, we're just going to get that, and then probably just GTFO. There's the Mystic Sword, the best weapon in the game, but it's elemental. So, yeah, the Mystic Sword is nuts, because I'll show you the difference between the Ninja Sword. See, it's like 150 or 140 or so more in both cases. But it's water element. So, I mean, if you're fighting something that's strong against water, it's not as good. You'd want to switch to the Ninja Sword. But for most other cases, you're pretty much always going to be on the Mystic Sword, unless something else has a weakness you can exploit. That's not water, of course. But there's a lot of these guys, like the Fire Warriors, which you're getting the best weapon in the game that also happens to be water element, so you're just raping the shit out of these guys. Like you saw me, the first hit I did was like 2,500 damage, just a normal attack. So, it becomes really easy to grind in here. when the enemies are weak to water, and they give you the Mystic Sword right away. Didn't I already get a Mithril Mesh? Luck Bag, Mumbane is the best, one of the best armors, if not the best armor in the game. Yeah, because it has resistance to all of the Celestian Tremels, which is really freaking nice. And the Chaos Shield, it's good for defense. Your evade goes down a lot. I'll probably put it on just because it's cool looking. It's like the opposite of the Omega Shield, kind of. Well, it's not the opposite in the fact that you lose HP. But kind of the design is opposite. And we also got the Demon Seal. You get double the XP, but you get all kinds of freaking like status ailments that you can't get rid of. So it's only useful in some contexts. If you really want to grind, like, then maybe use that, but I don't really ever use it. I suppose I could show off Ray. Maybe I could get him to come and cast it. He's casting something else right now, but... Ray. See, it's not bad. It's not a great spell, but it's not bad. And as you see, that guy also dropped a Chaos Shield. You grind in here for any amount of time, you're going to have like 15 Chaos Shields, and they sell for a decent amount too, so. And here we are, got the Dark Sphere. That is what we came for. Along with that Light Sphere we got quite a while ago. We can put in the Ifrit platform to get something awesome. So. I believe these thunders are also weak to water, because in this game, lightning is weak to water. So, makes it easy to grind on these guys also. Yeah, you cycling on one guy, that's good kill. Probably should heal, but I can get rid of this stupid... There we go. Nurse. Did I get a new skill after that Rem fight? I want to say that I did, and I never looked at it. Yeah, I did. I got Omega Tempest Strike. I could probably put it on. I mean, it is pretty cool. So, I mean, it certainly could be useful, but I'll probably show it off later. But since it only took us like 8 minutes or so to get through here, I might go and do something else while we're here. I don't know if I can or not, but I mean, I can. It's just a matter of whether I feel like doing it or not. It'll make the next thing I want to do a lot easier. Who is it that maxed? Was it Undyne? Yeah, it was. I don't really need the HP, but I'll use it anyways. Boom. That's the only thing about this place. A lot of these things are frickin' paralysis on you, and it's annoying. Because I never actually protect against any of this shit, so when I just deal with it when it happens. And notice how we're still getting 11,000, and that's after I took off his Saphira. He'd be getting 20,000 if I put the Saphira back on. So yeah, we have plenty of money. Granted, I'm going to use all of that money. Oh, right, I had to go down from that one thing. Derp. Yeah, just generally an enemy layout you're going to see for most of the dungeon. And with a water affinity weapon, you're pretty much going to cut right through them. So it's pretty easy to level up here. I've spent hours and hours and hours in here just leveling. Because you pretty much have to do that if you want to see some of the last few spells. Which I'll probably do just so I can show them off. I won't do it on screen, obviously, but to get some of the last few spells, to be able to see them, you have to grind a lot, because you just don't get them until past now. Or right around now, and then you have to level that Kreml up to max, which I don't even know if we even have any Kremls that we have now at max, let alone one we're going to get right now. So you can imagine how long that takes. Yeah, Farrah got a new skill. Not that I really pay attention to what she has or care, but what'd she get? Chi. Yeah, Chi's a good move. It's like Beast. It's this game's equivalent of Beast. Since this game kind of names all the typical Tales attacks something different, as I've gone over many times. That's basically Beast. Celsius. And basically everything's dead already. Yeah, Celsius is pretty freaking powerful. I would say that the encounter rate is kind of high, but it really isn't that high. I honestly, actually, when I'm here leveling, I'll use dark bottles and still be running around for a decent amount of time looking for fights, so the encounter rate really isn't that bad. I mean, you get good experience. It's all around it's your typical final dungeon. Good experience, good money. Enemies aren't really that hard. Secret shit to get. Oh right, I forgot that was a fake. Totally, I knew it right the second I opened it. I'm like, this is a fake. I gotta remember how I think there's another one that's down there that you go back to it and you go down. But I'll open up this little path first because this is much more useful, more helpful to have. I'll show you what I mean when we're done with this fight. Friends, you create new Kreml art. Don't mind if I do. What do we got? Indignation. Hell yeah. Best fucking spell. And Health Plus, but who gives a shit about Health Plus? Because Merity has Indignation. Now she has a spell to cast and not just be fucking healing all the time. But you come through here. You couldn't open this door before. I know it didn't show you couldn't, but you couldn't. But but once you go through it from the back side, now you can go through it from the front. Kind of one of those things. And to go on and actually beat the dungeon, you want to go up here, and there'll be the way into the second part of the dungeon, but we're not going to do that right now, obviously. I could just end it off here, and we could do the rest later. Kind of want to do it in this episode, though, and then I could just get out of here in between videos. Yeah, I suppose we'll go ahead and do it. Why not? That way I can show off indignation. What level are we anyways? Oh, we're getting decently leveled. From here you can actually go down. That's what always gets me. Some of these, like, they don't tell you they have an extra way they can go until you get back on them. They kind of screw with you. It's okay, though. Do it, Merity. Ah, dang it. Fucking fire warrior. Oh yeah. Boom. Gotta love indignation. Eternia melody. Merity's best weapon. Good stuff. So we had activity detected in criminal cage. So what do we want to do? I guess that maybe. Yeah, that gives me something else. What do you, medical plus and life rescue. I don't give a shit about any of that. There we go. They're useful, but they're not useful enough to keep them in separate things like that. I mean, I could look at them and see what I wanted to do, but I probably won't cut this fight out because it's probably not going to take very long anyways. It's just 3 fire warriors. And yeah, they're already dead. And here we have some weird looking building. What is this? Time space. This is where the secret one of these secret aeons is. Why do you call it aeons? It's not Final Fantasy X. And the secret Tremels. It's actually a reference. Secundus, which, as you can see, is clearly just a play on the term seconds, because he's the time Kreml. Lol, see what they did there? He's actually a reference to Daos. He's actually, technically, he is Daos. You'll know when we fight him later. Luckily, we don't have to fight him now, as he says, because we'd get our fucking asses kicked. You definitely want to grind a lot before you fight him. And then I don't fucking care really whose cage he goes in. Merity doesn't have very many, so go in Merity's cage. And there's actually one more, but I got this one first because we had to come in here anyways to get that other thing to set up all the rest of the side quests. Distortion, it's a useless spell except for in one real specific case. So, yeah, but usually you would get the other one first, because it's available much earlier. But I like to do it this way just because I can just kind of cheat the crap out of the other boss. You'll see it. You'll see when I do it, because it's kind of dumb. But that's the thing you can do. But anyways, now that we have that, we've explored pretty much all of the first area of Giselle Castle. So I'm going to get my way out of here, and then I'll meet you outside of Giselle Castle, because we're going to do side quests, because, you know, when the world's about to be destroyed, and you only have a short period of time, that means it's time to do side quests. That's the way of the RPG. So, anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later.